Hello everyone, welcome back to the How to FPV series where I teach you how to fly a first-person view drone in short, easy-to-digest episodes. This is episode 6. We are going to learn some more tricks today, specifically a power loop. So a power loop is essentially emulating the kind of loop that a fixed-wing aircraft can do, but with your drone. So let's learn how to do a power loop.
Alright, so I'm using this blue pavilion as my obstacle. So we have initiation, float, and then catch are 3 phases to the trick. You can see I fly through the blue pavilion before and after the trick. Now, of course, if you're a beginner, you don't want to be flying over pavement or near this big metal structure. So just do this in an open field to start out. Do as I say, not as I do. So there are 3 phases to this trick. There's the initiation, the float, and then the catch. So we go through the obstacle, we initiate, we float with 0 throttle, and then we catch getting back on the throttle. And this trick is pretty much just throttle and pitch. So let's take a look at those individually. For the throttle, the initiation is you're gonna go from your cruising throttle and then slowly ramp up, and then cut the throttle for the float, and then slowly ramp back on the throttle. So once again with the throttle, start at cruise, slowly ramp up, and then cut for the float, and then slowly ramp back on the throttle to catch. And for the pitch, it's just a slow backflip. So just practice doing just a slow backflip, get up nice and high, slow backflip, and that'll help you figure out where you are relative to the horizon and everything, which is important for this trick, is knowing what your pitch is approximately at all times, because for a lot of the trick you're just looking at the sky. So for doing the actual trick, let's combine that. We're going to go through our obstacle, we're going to slowly feed in the throttle and pitch back, and then cut the throttle while we go backwards, and then slowly get back on the throttle to catch ourselves. And the timing is really important here. So if you basically get off the throttle too early, see, I don't make it back over the blue pavilion, and that's a power poop, not a power loop. So you don't want to be doing any power pooping. So you're really trying to get that high throttle position to be when you're pointing backwards, so that you get a lot of backwards momentum to get over your obstacle so you can fly back through it. So that's why you have that slow ramp to high throttle, and when you're at high throttle right there, you're basically pointing the nose of the quad straight up in the air and directing all your thrust to propel you backwards. So the timing takes a while to get down. There's also some cheating you can do to help you out when you're starting, and that is to basically pitch extra. So you're gonna initiate and then you're gonna pitch extra just so you can see where you are, and that'll just prevent you from crashing. So right after the initiation, just pitch extra so you can see the ground and not smash into the ground. But it's likely you'll smash into the ground, but that's completely okay. So it's just getting that timing down between the throttle and the pitch, and I would generally say it's safer to pitch slower than faster, at least for the initiation, because if you pitch too fast, things happen quickly, right? And then you don't make it and you have very little reaction time. So take your time with the pitch, at least for the initiation. And the last thing to mention is that the lineup is very critical for making the power loop nice and level. So if I start at an angle, I'm way off, right? Where even is the blue pavilion? So you gotta make sure you are completely level when you initiate the trick, like so, and then try really hard to only use pitch. And you can see I probably accidentally fed in some roll there because I didn't end up completely centered at the end of the trick. This one was a lot better, right? Because I'm dead lined up after I do the power loop. So that's pretty much it. It's initiation, float, catch, and then try to keep yourself level. And you can also cheat with your pitch to see the ground.
That is it for this episode of How to FPV. The next episode, episode 7, which is the final episode, is going to be split S's. Now, once you finish this How to FPV series, you can actually just pick up with my Advanced Trick Theory series because you will have learned enough to be able to understand and grow as a pilot with the Advanced Trick Theory series. So make sure to check that out after you watch the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode or learned something from it, make sure to give the video a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot, and that way you won't miss the next episode when it comes out. Lastly, if you get value out of this content or you're using an ad blocker, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Link to the Patreon, Discord, and Instagram are in the description below. Thanks for watching.